Hand?
Oh, it's right here. It's
Okay.
huge.
Great. Okay.
So what you got there, Professor?
What's you? Wait, is this a joke? Wait, hold on. Vincent, show yourself.
No, thanks. They can hear me. Okay.
Hi, Vincent. Wait, can I show you guys?
Sure. Go ahead.
Because the other students in the class might think I'm like,
Okay.
cool.
Hello, class. Hello.
Sorry. Hello.
Hello. Sorry you missed us.
Weird, huh?
Very. And it plugs in?
It must somewhere. Guys, so what can you make sense, since we just talked about the male reproductive system, we talked about the 7-up, can you guys maybe make some sense of this? Why don't you guys work together and then Vincent and I could work together in this?
Okay.
Vas deferens.
So.
Scrotum. Testes. Epididymis. Listen. You know I can't talk with nothing. Let's see.
That's a hard word to remember. EPI.
Epididymis. That's it. Epididymis.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me a long time to get it straight. Yeah. So let's see. Can we start maybe identifying some of these 7-up stuff? Seminiferous tubules, which we said was in the testes. Can we see like the testes here? Right. Then after that was the
Tubules. It's epididymis.
epididymis. Right. Can you point to the epididymis? Remember we said it's superior and posterior to the Yeah.
Would it be this section, this little piece right here?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got nothing.
We said epi
Here.
meant something yesterday. Didn't we say epi meant around? Okay.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah. We don't see
Yeah, we don't have
something
a
that's
cutout.
great. Okay. Or do we? So remember, it's supposed to be on kind of the posterior side. No, it's tough. Fine. But where is then the vas deferens?
Wouldn't it be these?
I thought those were the tubules.
Let's see.
I thought that vas deferens would be something like up here that connects.
Remember, the vas deferens is supposed to leave the epididymis, travel into the abdominal cavity, and connect with the ejaculatory duct there. Do we see
So
any
would
of
it
this?
be the blue? I mean, this right here. I mean,
Red.
these are the tubules. The structure itself, the red structure.
Yeah, the red structures, right. The red structures, this is blood vessels. In them also there's the vas deferens. Let me take a look at this. And, if I have, let's see. If I can have a little permission to cheat, maybe a little bit, right? I'm thinking, let me get it straight. I'm trying to decide whether the vas deferens would be either this tube that goes like this, or the tube that goes more vertically. Let's see.
What's this?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Actually, let's pull up the slide.
Page 547.
Okay.
By the way, this is an okay picture, the spermatic cord that we just saw with all those arteries and veins and stuff like this. Yeah, so that's here. But inside of the spermatic cord is also the vas deferens. Let's see where else this vas deferens is, so we can kind of figure it out. Okay, so again, more. Ooh, What do you guys think about? Does that help us in any way? So we're looking at the anterior side here, and it looks like the seminal vesicle, the vas deferens kind of arches it first goes anteriorly, then arches to the back. So, vas deferens arches over to the back. Can we find anything on the model that arches over in the back?
Boy. This isn't the right thing.
Wouldn't that be it? Right there? Here?
Yeah, that one looks like it arches to the front.
That's okay. Okay,
It
let's
depends on how
let's
it's
let's
positioned,
let's
right?
get this kind of straight. Let's see. And you know, it's a little bit difficult, right? But we also know the rectum is on the posterior side. The rectum is right here. So in order for me to put this in the right plane, it would be like this, right? The testicle here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're looking for something that goes around.
So I guess it would be the one under the bottom, like you said, that
Yeah.
goes around.
It
The
goes
one under,
across.
the flesh colored one that's under the bottom.
So 1 second.
It goes over that bone. Doesn't it?
Can you see the bone on
Not on that one, but on the lateral view.
Boy. Huh. Vincent, let's see if your model gives kind of any more understanding, maybe. So this is left. Is this left too? I wonder. Ah, no. So the rectum is here. So actually, this is this side.
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if they go together. Maybe they do. Let's see.
I think that's what Daphne said that, right? Too.
Mhm.
But that doesn't
What-
go to the
what's
testes. This one.
it? You should have
Doesn't
brought
go
that
in.
male and female one up here. Where it's got a breast on one side or not. It might have showed us a little bit more
That's
structure.
true, boy. You're right. Oh,
But it was heavy.
that's a bother to go down there. Yeah.
That's the female.
Okay.
We'll get to this the female later. Okay. So right. So let's take our best stab at it, and then we'll kind of go. So did we settle that this thing that goes kind of sidewise, kind of slanted like this? Yeah. You know, if we have a little bit of time at the end of class, we could go to the model and see.
Because the way it looks, if you put that plug in there, if that's the vas deferens, it's got to be those red tubes. The red and the blue.
No, this right here.
Right.
The
No.
red and the blue, those are artery and vein.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are artery and vein. Yeah, artery and vein. And so, let me see if there was another picture here. It's not.
There is.
Accessory organs. Is this a little bit better?
More towards the top, I think. Shows the side view.
More towards the top, yeah.
No, on the slides.
What I see is that things that go, these things right here, that eventually go right to the bladder, that would be these things right here, they go to the bladder, that would be the ureters. We'll talk about the ureters next week. So yeah, so I guess what we're settled on is the fact that these side channels right here, which kind of arch over into the
That's
nerves
the
of
vas
body.
deferens.
Yeah, that would be the vas deferens. Yeah. Okay, so that's the vas deferens. Anything else? So vas deferens, and then ejaculatory duct, and let's see. What else? There was ejaculatory duct. Then there was the urethra. How does somebody make sense of the urethra?
Wouldn't it be on that piece?
Okay, so here, so the penis is. I know it's kind of weird.
I'm not
I
saying
think you're
anything.
supposed to have both the pieces together.
Doesn't that one come apart too? The penis looks
Yeah.
like it cuts in half.
Yeah, 'cause- yeah.
Don't cut it.
So, all right. We don't have any knives here. Right, so the urethra, it starts pretty far back. and it goes through the entire penis. One of the questions I asked you before was about the differences between the male and female urethras. Both of you guys said the male is longer. Go ahead.
That pocket opening, would that be the prostate or the bladder?
The big one?
Yeah, that big round piece where the ureter is coming out, the urethra is coming out of.
Well, you take a guess. It's a big structure that has the ureter coming out of it.
Bladder? No, like the men have?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
the bladder, yeah.
Okay.
The seminal vesicle is behind the bladder.
The seminal vesicle is behind the bladder, yes. Can you, oh, by the way, it's interesting. Can you see the seminal vesicle? Isn't that this?
Oh, that's not the
Yeah.
prostate?
Hmm?
That's not the prostate.
It's posterior to the prostate. It's also
That little
posterior.
purple
Oh,
would be the
okay.
Prostate?
Okay.
Yeah, this thing right here is the prostate.
So the urethra goes through the prostate.
The urethra goes through the prostate, right? Guys, let's phrase it like this. Guys, what happens to men who get older whose prostates become bigger? What
Like
happens
they
to
pee a lot.
what happens?
Looks like a pee a lot when they can't pee.
Yeah,
So
what
they can't
happens to their
urinate, so.
They go a lot.
urinary?
Not so much flow.
Yeah, I thought they go bigger and then they close the urethra so they can pee, but why do they pee much more?
So what happens is that the urethra is obstructed in part by the prostate, which just got to be very, very big. Right, and so they have irregularities with urine flow.
What causes it to get big?
What causes?
Just age?
Well, a couple of things, right? Just age, yeah. God forbid if there's a cancer.
Okay.
What
of the
about
prostate.
dietary? Like the things you eat make it bigger? Stuff like that?
Yeah. Some things you eat, such as saw palmetto, actually are good for the prostate, are good at preventing it from growing too much.
What is that?
Saw palmetto,
Saw, S-A-W?
S-A-W, and then Palmetto.
Now, what exactly is that?
This is a supplement for elderly gentlemen who are having a problem with their urinary stream
Okay.
because their prostate is large. It blocks off the urine flow. And by the way, I just said a large prostate blocks off urine flow. Is there anything else in the life of a male that could be affected if the prostate is enlarged and the urethra is blocked off?
Do it have anything to do with the erection?
The flow of semen.
Yeah. Because remember, these guys said before, urethra for the males is special in the way that it produces, it sends both semen, it also sends urine. Yeah, so having an enlarged prostate is kind of a big deal for at least these two reasons. Okay, so let's move on a little bit more. So male. Let's get to the female stuff. The female stuff is, and again, the structure, kind of the general structure. We have to know internal, external anatomy of the female. We have to know something about then the menstrual cycle, and then something to know about oogenesis. What is oogenesis again? Consider you remind me.
Oh, what?
Beginnings of
Beginning of
eggs.
eggs.
Beginnings of eggs. And the beginnings of eggs, do you expect eggs to be, diploid in structure or haploid in structure?
Haploid.
Haploid, right. And another question is, well, how does a cell, such as the egg cell, how does it become haploid? How does it become only half of genetic material?
Meiosis.
What special process does it use, right? And the process it uses is meiosis. Because by meiosis, whatever you have
And it's asexual?
is cut in half.
Okay.
No, because asexual reproduces it doubles.
Yeah, meiosis is sexual reproduction because it leads to making sperm and egg. And both sperm and egg are involved in, sexual reproduction. Okay, so let's see. All right, let me skip ahead. This is part 2 of your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, unlike the male reproductive system, I don't have a neat little mnemonic for the organs of the female system. Just some other things I want you to write down